Today we are going to be practicing a few techniques from ancient yoga that are for strengthening the eyes and also for stimulating the third eye, which is here, just above the eyebrows, and it's an eye that helps us with intuition, with knowing ourselves. The two eyes are mainly engaged with the outer world. The third eye gives us a much bigger picture of ourselves in the world and of our deeper self. And it works with the subtle energy of our body. So we have our body, our organs, our muscles and bones and fluids, and then we have within that physical body, this is the understanding of classical yoga, a subtle body of energy, the energy of our thoughts, our emotions, and also the energy of vortex of energy that are in different parts of the body that translated to Western medicine, it would be like where the plexus are, the solar plexus, the heart plexus, one at the throat, one here. And in this case, we're going to work with the one here, but in a very gentle way. You have to remember when you do these practices that you must not force anything. You have to do the practices in a way that's gentle. That's very important so that your nervous system can gently proceed to other states of awareness. Anything that's forced, it will throw you out of balance, and it will delay your process of awakening, and it can even cause harm. The way I'm teaching you, which is very gentle, it doesn't have contraindications. And then that being said, you are the expert on your body, and I'm counting on you to keep paying attention and knowing, okay, here I'm getting a little bit tired. I would prefer, for example, to close my eyes and rest. That's also great. So let's go to the practice. We are doing today practices to strengthen the eyes and to awaken the third eye, which is the one that will help you with intuition and knowing yourself better. And again, these practices are to be practiced in a very gentle way. Let's go to it. So for the first one, we are going to bring our thumbs in front of us, look at our thumbs, and then we are going to open our hands and arms so that we can look at each of our thumbs without turning the head. So you notice within the possibilities for you, you notice within the possibilities for you how much you can open, that you can still see your thumb and here. Okay, this is just for the beginning position. The idea is to be able to work with the eyes so that you can see each one of the thumbs and then coming back to center. Okay, so we are going to inhale, look to the left thumb, and then look to the third eye. And then look to the right thumb. That's the sequence. So let's start again. So we are going to look to the left thumb, then look to the third eye, whatever you can, just kind of know that you're looking at the space here. If necessary, you can touch with your finger and then look at your finger there for a moment, just to accustom yourself a little bit to look there gently. And then we are going to look to the right thumb. We start moving the head, doing whatever we can to just be sure that we are not moving the head. and then look up again to the third eye. So in the beginning, we're going to do it shortly so that there is no strain. Let's relax the arms for a moment. Okay, so now that you know the sequence of where to look, first to the left, then up, then to the right, then up, then we repeat 3 or 5 times. And now we're going to combine it with the breath. Okay, so again, looking at the thumbs, opening the arms. Now we are going to look to the left as we inhale. We are exhaling, looking up to the third eye in a relaxed way. Let's imagine that we are children playing a game. Now we are going to inhale, look to the right thumb. Exhale, look up. Let's do it just 3 times. Inhale, look to the left. Exhale, look at the third eye. Inhale, look to the right. Exhale, look to the third eye. Inhale, look to the left. Exhale, look to the third eye. Inhale, look to the right. And smile always helps to soften all the muscles of the face and the heart a little bit. Exhale, look to the third eye. Just one more time. Inhale, look to the left. Exhale, look to the third eye. Inhale, look to the right. Exhale, look to the third eye. And then bring the hands forward. Let's rub our hands. And let's palm our eyes. So palming the eyes is an excellent practice whenever you remember. I mean, of course, after each one of these eye exercises, but also during the day as you're working at the computer, whatever, just from time to time, stop, rub your hands, palm your eyes. One more time. So while we are rubbing our hands, we are increasing the circulation in this area here, which are our healing hands, circulation of blood and chi, and then we give it to our eyes, allowing them to rest and have a gentle smile. Notice how it helps to soften the whole face and a little bit area of the eyes too. Okay, let's go for the next one. So we're going to bring the thumb, let's say we're having the right hand, bringing the thumb forward. We're going to bring it towards down and towards the left and up. We are following, looking at the thumb, up, 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 and then look into the thumb without moving the head as it goes around, forming a circle, looking down when it comes down. gently, softly, and in such a way that you look at your thumb. So if your range at some points doesn't allow you to see your thumb, it means you need to do perhaps an adjustment so that you can see your thumb. That's the main thing. As it continues to do a circle, maybe it's a little bit more forward, it's a little bit of a smaller circle, and that's fine. Or maybe it's the circle that you have your full arm really extended and it's big. It doesn't matter really how big the circle is. The important thing is that you feel comfortable and that you feel the opening of your chest as you make these circles with your hands. We did 3 in one direction. Now we are going to do 3 in the other direction. I was saying so that you feel comfortable, and also you notice, oh, my eyes are working in a different way. They really have all this range, and maybe use them looking forward, but it's good for the eyes to be able to experience the range of movements. The eyes are the muscles that have, the eye muscles have the most capacity for movements than any other part of our body. And we only use them, mainly use it to look forward. So we are doing 3, I don't know if I lost count, but let's say that this is the third one. We did 3 in one direction, and we are doing 3 slowly on the other direction. And now we're going to use the other hand, but first again with palm in the eyes. So we rub our hands and just raise the eyes for a moment. And a small smile, a gentle smile, or a big smile, depends how you feel today. Okay, our eyes are loving this attention. Let's massage a little bit side of the eyes. Okay, let's do with the other hand. We're going to cross, look at the thumb, cross the hand to the other side, and start this circle. In a relaxed way. If for whatever reason you cannot move your arm, you could look at me doing the practice and imagine yourself moving the arm and doing the circle. If you can move your arm, then the most important thing it would be that you look at your own thumb. If you cannot move your hand, you could first look at me so that you know how you feel more or less and imagine you are moving it. But eventually when you are at home practicing at some other time, you just visualize yourself moving the hand. You are welcome to use the video, but you can just, visualize yourself moving the hand and allow your eyes to do this circle of looking down, following the thumb, looking to the side, looking up. It just feels good because it's also combined with this movement of the hands and arms that help relax your shoulders and opening your chest. As the hand goes up, you feel the stretch. When the hands goes down, you feel the relaxation, and also your blood pressure comes down every time your hands and arms come down. So we did it in one direction and in the reverse direction now with that other arm. And again, we're going to palm and smile. And bringing the attention to the eyes and to the area of the third eye. And breathing. Great. Now we're going to, if you have a window near you, in front of you, to the side, wherever you can put yourself facing the window, we are going to be combining two very important movements, which are, one is looking to the tip of the nose. And of course, when you just look there, it's difficult to see the tip of the nose. I mean, sometimes you can, but, and again, do it gently so that you don't force your eyes. You can also just bring your thumb, let's do this first. Put your thumb in front of you, let's say right thumb, and then you're going to be looking at the thumb. As you exhale, you bring the thumb towards you. Until the thumb touches the tip of the nose. And then you're going to inhale as the thumb moves away. And again, exhale. And this is what happens with your pelvic floor as you exhale and look to the tip of your nose. There is a natural uplifting. Inhale. Always looking at your thumb. Exhale. Look at the thumb as it comes to the tips of the nose. There is something very interesting that happens when you are exhaling and also looking at the tip of the nose. There is an uplifting from your pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Progressively lifting your pelvic floor too. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Again, palming. It's very interesting what happens in this particular one, which is looking at the tip of the nose. There is, in classical yoga, we understand that there are 7 chakras, one at the pelvic floor, one a little bit further up, one at the area of the navel, one at the area of the heart, one at the throat, and one here, and then like a beautiful inverted lotus at the top of the head. And so it's very interesting, this practice of looking at the tip of the nose. Somehow it's connected to Ganesh, which is the deity that has the head of an elephant. So in a way, this is like the nose of the elephant. And it's interesting because it's also connected to Muladhara, which is the pelvic floor chakra, the chakra vortex of energy at the pelvic floor. And I have noticed in my own practice that whenever I exhale and I'm looking at the tip of the nose, there is a natural uplifting that comes. And it's very useful also for developing more strength in those muscles that sometimes also are not so exercised, the ones of the pelvic floor, and also for cases of incontinence and other problems that come sometimes in that area. So if you want to gently start having a little bit more of control, again, always gently, that's the secret. You cannot achieve anything by forcing. In fact, you can harm yourself when you're trying to force something. So just with great compassion and patience, you can practice looking at the tip of the nose, either with the thumb, coming in as you exhale and going out as you inhale, just to be able to train your eyes to look at the tip of the nose. And then while you exhale, you will notice that there is already a little bit of a pull, and you can also remember that that's something that you want to practice. A little bit of a pull up, or just observe how there is this subtle pull, and have the intention of sustaining it, of being present with it. Okay, and so now comes the last one of these ones that are techniques to strengthen the eyes and also help with the whole area of the third eye. And this particular one, we are going to be looking at the tip of the nose. Let's try a little bit now. Can you see your nose? Gently. Sometimes you see like 2 noses, and that's totally normal. And at the vortex where the 2 noses seem to meet, you are looking at that point. If you can see that, if not, just look in the direction of the tip of your nose. Just for a moment, and then palming. Gentle smile. It helps to relax everything, the face, up to the ears, the nose, the eyes. So in this last one, we are going to be looking at the tip of the nose as you inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to look out as far as you can. So it's good to be in front of a window, because you are going to practice this concentrating, looking at the tip of the nose. You're using the muscles of the eyes in a particular way. And then you're going to exhale and look forward and as far as you can. And so it's good to have a window. And if you can look at the open sky, it would be wonderful. You can also, of course, do it when you are outside, sitting in a park, or maybe in front of the ocean. It's a really beautiful practice. It's so good for the eyes, because remember, we are usually just using the eyes looking forward, especially with working at the computer or looking at the cell phone or driving or whatever. Well, in driving, hopefully you're also looking a little bit to the sides, but um, this is excellent for the eyes, and it's also very good for all the connections with the nerve structures that are um, from the cranial and that are also connected to the rest of the eyes. In fact, the eyes, you could say in a way that's like part of the nervous system that's exposed and receiving these many stimulus. So we really need to do something to take better care of our eyes. Let's practice this one, and then I'm going to show you two more to practice at home whenever you remember, okay? So this one, again, we sit in a comfortable position. We are going to inhale, look at the tip of the nose. Exhale, look in the distance. Notice the difference when you are inhaling, looking at the tip of the nose. And then when you're exhaling and looking in the distance, it's just the whole eye area seems to really relax and expand. And in a way, I find it very metaphorical, very similar, analogical, and very like telling us, in a way, I find that it's like a representation of what happens with us when we are concentrated just with the immediate problems that we have, challenges, pains, sorrows. And it seems, such an effort really inside. We just kind of are concentrating very much on what hurts. And then when we can actually look forward ahead of us and taking the bigger picture of being alive, of being able to breathe, of the many blessings that are still available to us, within us and around us. So I love this practice, not only for the eyes and for the third eye, because we are stimulating the whole area here, but also it does something to our heart. This inhaling, looking to the deep, and exhaling, looking in the distance. Let's do just 3 more of these, if that's comfortable for you. If not, stop and open your eyes. And we notice the breath right there through your nose, but also the tip of the eyes. As you inhale and as you exhale, and look forward and smile. Great. You can do more if you feel like it, but I think 3 is a good number to begin. And if that's too much, then just do 1 or 2. You are the expert on your body, and each one of us is in a different space on different days. So it's not so much about how many times you do it, but how present can you be with the times when you do it. And always be gentle, always work with great patience and curiosity and with kindness. That's the secret. Not forcing anything.